From Tokyo, my dear friends. This is Daisuke, and I hope this video finds you well and in good spirits wherever you are in the world. And once again, please continue to stay safe and take good care of yourselves during this time. I would like to make a quick announcement, I suppose, with respect to a very dear friend of mine, a wonderful channel, a wonderful human being. It is Luke at the great channel RazorwireReviews. He is a very dear friend of mine. He is a great friend to all of us. He is an inspiration to me. He is one of my YouTube heroes. His channel was and continues to be one of the channels that I really love watching. I watched it for a long time before I started my own YouTube channel, and so his channel has given me a lot of inspiration, and a lot of his enthusiasm is really wonderful to behold. And not only that, he is a very good friend on and off the camera, so to speak, and we talk quite frequently off camera. Such a nice guy, very warm, very caring, very genuine, and very earnest and very honest about his approach and assessment of cinema. And he is very knowledgeable, and his wealth of knowledge is amazing. I always have to keep reminding myself that he is younger than I am, and so because he's so experienced and, as I say, quite knowledgeable and filled with information about many films, and his enthusiasm for the things that he loves is just, as I say, a great example. And I'm so honored that I know him and that I can call him my friend. So this is Luke at RazorwireReviews. He is a legend, and so again, chances are you already know his channel, RazorwireReviews, but in the off chance that you don't know his channel, just check out his channel right now, subscribe to his channel, watch a lot of his videos, comment to his videos, because he is very interactive with his community, and his community is really fantastic. What a great community. A lot of people that I've come to know here are also friends and film enthusiasts in RazorwireReviews community, and so it's a really, I really owe him a great deal, and I will continue to owe him a great deal, because I'm forever in his debt. So if you haven't checked out RazorwireReviews, go and check it out right now, and subscribe and comment and check out all those videos, because they are really marvelous. That's Luke at RazorwireReviews. And I'm also very happy because he is so generous with his time in his channel. He oftentimes invites many other people, other YouTube persons and people with YouTube channels, film-related YouTube channels, and his friends. He often invites them to participate in projects on his own channel. So he is very open and welcoming and nurturing, and he really fosters a beautiful sense of community. And I really admire, I admire many things about him, but that's one of the things I really admire so much about his activities online. And so, and I'm also even more privileged by the fact that he invited me on a number of occasions in the past to participate in some of his videos that were then uploaded on his channel. And so that meant that he and I were able to communicate and talk and discuss, and I would hear his ideas and opinions about certain works. He invited me to be able to speak a little bit about Ogigami, the films of Ogigami, so that was a real great pleasure. And his enthusiasm really sparked my own interest in her works, so I owe him a lot for that as well. And he also invited me to talk with him on a sort of a joint video where we would be talking about the films in the Studio Ghibli series. And we've talked, I think, about 2 in the past, but our schedules perhaps didn't match up recently. And so we weren't able to follow through on that for some months. But now I'm very happy to say that we are going to be coming together again. And it won't be a live stream per se, but it will be a conversation that he and I, Luke and I, will have. And then that will be maybe edited down slightly, and then it will be uploaded to his channel. So hopefully we're going to get together very soon, in fact. And so I can probably say that the video will be up maybe in a few weeks, I hope. Maybe a little bit longer, I'm not sure. But I don't think it should be that long. So let's say maybe about two weeks or so, something like that from now. Again, don't hold me to that exactly, but it'll be approximately around then, I hope. But just in case, my friends, if you're interested, just to give you a little heads up, the film that he and I will be discussing, which will then be the subject of the video that will then be uploaded to his channel. The film that we will be discussing is this film from 1991. This is the film called Omoide Poro Poro. That's the Japanese title, and the English title is Only Yesterday. The filmmaker is Isao Takahata, and so he is one of the integral members of Studio Ghibli, and this is one of his, I think, greatest achievements. It's certainly one of my most cherished anime films that I have ever seen for a number of reasons, both in terms of technical feat and in terms of cinematic accomplishment, the visual splendor and the types of tricks that are being employed, beautiful little poetic tricks that are being employed in the animation, I think give this a real sense of artistic triumph. And with a real beautiful, emotional story that is, I think, very easy to access. And also, on the one hand, it is easy to access, but also there are indications of Japanese society, and especially Japanese society during this period and we see little things, little details about growing up during this time. And so I think this is a wonderful glimpse into certain aspects of living and culture and society of the times, both past and present. So as an overall film achievement, it's really quite grand and remarkable. I must say also that in addition to that, this film holds a very personal place in my own heart. This was a film that I grew up watching, or at least I was watching a lot of Ghibli films when I was a kid, and this was in 1991, and it subsequently came out in later years on VHS tape and the like, and so I was able to watch it through those means. And I was still maybe in high school or at the time, and so I was still maybe an impressionable teenager when I first watched this film. And I do remember even now that I was quite taken with it. But in particular, my mother, my mother at the time watched it as well, and she was very taken with the film, and in particular with the main character, whose name is Taeko. And so she would later tell me that many of the episodes that we see in this film that are experienced by the main character were things that were very similar to what my own mother, was going through and living when she was a child growing up. And so their ages were actually quite similar, and so she could identify with the young Taeko and then the adult Taeko, the two storylines in the film, which I thought was quite remarkable and moving. You know, it was something that I had never known and appreciated about my mother. But now looking back on those moments that I had growing up with her, and this film therefore became a way for my mother and I to connect, and I was able to understand or appreciate her story. Of course, this film isn't a scene-for-scene exact match to my mother's biographical story, don't get me wrong, but there are certain little details that she recognized immediately. Some of the TV shows that they saw, she recognized immediately. Some of the songs that are played on the soundtrack, she recognized immediately. Some of the dress, the fashion details that are in the film, she recognized immediately. And those sorts of details really illustrate and embellish and populate and enrichen the atmosphere of this film to give it a real beautiful sense of nostalgia, lived-in nostalgia. And I was able to experience this through my own mother's experience. And so, now my mother is unfortunately no longer with us, but that means that whenever I see this film, I am very happily reminded of the times that I spent with my mother and how she reacted very warmly to this film. And so this film gives me yet another opportunity to revisit certain happy memories that I had when I was growing up, and the types of stories that my mother would then relay to me with respect to her own childhood and her own upbringing, because watching this film for her really reminded her of those things, and this experience that we both had in watching the film together was something that was the opportunity for me to learn a little bit more about her. And so therefore now, as I watch the film, it gives me, fills me with a lot of energy and excitement and happiness. So I look forward to hopefully sharing a little bit of that in some detail when I get the opportunity to talk about this film with Luke at RazorwireReviews. So once again, it's going to be coming very soon. Our discussion of Only Yesterday, Omoide Poroporo. So Only Yesterday, that's the film, that's the English title. And this is this is going to be a collaboration between Luke and me, and the video will then be uploaded to Luke's channel at RazorwireReviews. So it will be very soon. I cannot say exactly when, but it will be hopefully very soon. So if you are interested in watching that video, and if you want to watch the film beforehand, here is your chance to watch this film. Again, the film is called Only Yesterday in English. The Japanese title is Omoide Poroporo. This is from 1991. The filmmaker is Isao Takahata, and this is from Studio Ghibli. I'll put all the information down in the description box just in case you're interested. So hopefully, if you're interested, please check back with RazorwireReviews. Subscribe to his channel, turn on the notifications button, the bell icon if necessary, so you can get notifications. When I hear anything as well, I will let you know. I will make an announcement on this channel, and hopefully then you can watch his video, the collaboration video, and then we can go from there. So once again, this is the film that we will be discussing, Luke and I. And if you haven't already, please check out RazorwireReviews. Please subscribe to his channel. Please comment under his videos. And yes, because it is a wonderful film-related channel. Strongly recommended. One of my favorites and one of the great inspirations for my own YouTube channel. So I owe Luke so much, and I continue to do so. I respect him immensely, and I am so happy to call him my friend. Luke at RazorwireReviews. Okay, my friends, so that's it for now. So please continue to take good care of yourselves, stay safe, and yes, continue to watch a lot of great movies. Once again, thank you for your time, and cheers.